We'll get into the video in a second and I'm going to give you some more details about the product. But here's a comparison between all of the diopters stacked together and what it can do for your anamorphic lenses. I just received a package. I mean, I always receive packages. But this one here is for a shoot that I'm going to be having soon, where I'm going to use the FX3 and the Viltrox anamorphic lenses. And the challenge is I need to take some macro shots, some close-up shots, but there's a limit on how close you can get with anamorphic lenses. So enter this right here. I'm probably one of the first people to have this set. And it comes into this amazing case. Love it, love it. It's the same as my Viltrox case. So now I can carry these together. Big brother, little brother. But this here is not a lens or a bunch of lenses. These are diopters, right? So it's not a new concept. There are basically reading glasses for your camera. It helps focus. It has like a magnifying glass on top, and it helps you focus closer, specifically with your anamorphic lenses. And these are actually quite new. They came out, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. And it's a set of 4 lenses, 4 diopters, starting from plus 0.5 to plus 3. The higher the number, the stronger the magnifying optic is. These are really heavy. They're metal. I didn't realize that they're metal. It's all metal. So it's going to weigh the camera down even more. I'm a bit concerned because all of my proper tripods are in my storage unit and I only have these Ulanzi ones and it's already quite heavy on the front. So let's see, hopefully I don't break the whole thing. Right, so there you go. So that's the cap. That's the other side, which, oh, I suppose you have to unhinge it from here. So that's locked. This is unlocked. Right, yeah, so now it's sliding off. There you go. And that's the lens, the magnifying lens. And this is the side that you put it on. This diameter here is 114 millimeters, so it's super wide. Oh, I see it also has a thread. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what size that thread is. I didn't realize that it comes with a thread. Is it a thread? I see this ridge here. Might be a thread. Let's see. These are really well built. 100 millimeters? How would it be 100 millimeters? There's not many. Maybe 95, 100. Anyways, we will find out eventually if that is a thread there or not. Yeah, so they're really sturdy built. They are not cheap one bit, to be fair. I think I paid close to $3,000 for these. But again, this goes in front of your lens. Yeah, and it creates that magnification. Now, let's try it on. It's 114 to 80. This is 114 to 10. And I suppose this will be, yeah, 114 to 95. These lenses don't have a thread, so I need to use this on. So that goes in there. And then this goes on top. But before we do that, let's see the focal distance for this specific setup. Okay, so let's start recording. I'll put this here. Let's focus to the closest. Yeah, as you can see, it's already too close, right? So so that is the maximum. That's the maximum, and it's already too close. Now if I push this back, you'll see it come all into focus. So that, right, so look how close I can go now, right? I'm all the way here. I've decreased significantly the space between the lens and subject, where previously it was all the way here in order to focus. So now I can come super close. But not only that, right? It creates a nice shallow depth of field. Look on there on the side, super shallow depth of field. Yeah. But I can go a step further and actually stack these and go super macro. Again, this ain't cheap. This set is not cheap by any means. But I'm gonna put them to good use, because it means I can take close up with these expensive lenses and not have to go to other lenses. And yeah. What else do I want? So these are getting stacked now. I hope that my flimsy tripod can hold all of this front weight here. So now I have a +3 and a +2. And watch how close I can get with this. Look at that. This is in focus right there. So the focus range is going to be really short here. So there. And if I turn it around, you see how the center, right? So if I do this edge there, let's get, yeah, there you go, the edge, and look how blurry the rest of the circle is. So you can get an idea of the shallow depth of field with these. I mean, this is tiny, right? This is tiny. Should we try to stack another one on top? I don't know, man. This is getting really heavy here. Yeah, screw it. Let's put the one. And what I like about this set is that I have a wider range. So I have 0.5. So if I only want slight increase in the focal range, that means that I can put the 0.5. If I want to go super macro, I can just stack these up and get like super close to the subject. I think my only quarrel here is that the unlock is only on one side. So you can't really use both sides to unlock this. Right, let's see. More weight on top. Let's see if we're doing something silly here. Again, we're at the maximum. And if I come super close here, there you go. Super macro with your anamorphic lenses. Let's try and put another object in front, something that has a bit more depth, a bit more detail. Okay, let's take one of my watches and see how that looks. It's a bit dirty. Let's see. There you go. That's a macro shot of the watch. Imagine doing this with an anamorphic lens. Impossible. Diopters are not a new concept. There's a lot of diopters out there that you can find and buy. They're expensive. By the way, I just got a new clapper board because that one got terrible. Diopters are not a new concept. They've been around for a long time. Oh my goodness, that is so heavy. That is so heavy. What the hell? Been around for a long time, but this kit from Viltrox is high-end, high quality. Look at the size of the lens. It shouldn't create any alterations to the image or anything like that, any bad unwanted effects. It should be all clean glass. So yeah, excited to put it to good use. I think I'll probably wind up renting these as well, because again, it's an expensive kit, good quality, and I'm sure that others could benefit from this. The only downside of this entire set is the fact that there is nothing under 85. So the lowest you could go with this is clamp it to an 80 millimeters outer diameter lens. If your lens is smaller than that, like for example tiny lenses here, which are way too small, then you probably need to rig it somewhere else, like somehow differently. I don't know how, because It also doesn't have a matte box clamp or anything like that. That's it for now. I'll pack these back up, and I'll probably share some shots from our shoot in the future, but for now I'll just post the video as is.